today's football predictions on BetCraft. It's another very, very beautiful Friday morning. And once again, we're back with our predictions right on this very channel. Exactly what we do here, bringing you games happening across the globe, looking into these matches and also, making the best possible verdicts for these very games, okay? That's what we do. In a short while, we'll be looking at today's games, all right? And when we look at yesterday, how we fared, yesterday wasn't the best day for us, but, it does happen, especially with continental games, all right? And we'll have to put that behind us and look forward to do, very, very exceptionally well today in a short while, we'll be having our matches one after the other, but I want to use the opportunity to ask the first who are coming across our video for the first time that are yet to subscribe to kindly take out time to subscribe right now so that you will not be missing out on our games that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis, okay? All right, that being said, make sure you do that. Have you subscribed? Try and do that, all right? Without further ado, let's head to the business of today, and we will start today with the very first match, which is in England under 21 Development League, where we'll have Arsenal under 21 who will be coming up against Nottingham Forest under 21. And looking at recent games on both sides, you can see Arsenal 21 have managed just one win and 4 losses and 1 draw in the last 6 games as well. And with side Nottingham Forest have had 2 victories, 1 draw, but have also lost 3 games in the last 6 recent matches. Looking at how these 2 teams fared on home and away basis, Arsenal under 21 have managed to achieve 3 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 5 matches and they've had 2 draws. And we side Nottingham under 21 have had a lot of victories from our way because they've been able to see 6 victories in the last 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 2 losses. But when you look closely at these results, you see that it is goals that are quite prominent. For Arsenal under 21 have had 8 times out of 10 over 2.5, and for Nottingham Forest under 21 as well, they have seen a very, very similar situation. Also, theirs is 7 times out of 10 that have seen over 21, so over 2.5 actually. And in this very encounter, we will expect to see, a minimum of 3 goals occurring in this very game. So over 2.5, that's what we expect in this very encounter, okay? And the next game we have is in French League 1, where we have Auxerre who will be up against Saint-Etienne, okay? For looking at the recent games both sides, you could see that for Auxerre, in the last 6 matches, have had 3 draws and 3 losses. And on the side, Saint-Etienne have had 1 win, 1 draw, but have lost 4 matches in the last 6 games that they have so far. Looking at how these systems performed on home and away basis, Auxerre, the home side, have actually won 5 matches in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses. And on the away side, Saint-Etienne have managed just 1 draw in the last 10 away games, but they've also lost 9 matches in the last 10 away games. As a matter of fact, the last 5 away matches that they played saw them losing all 5 away games. And in this very encounter, we will look at Auxerre, achieving a result against Saint-Etienne in this one. It is at home side either to win or draw in under 4.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, and the next game that we have is also in French League, but in French League 2, where we have Bastia who will be up against Paul. Okay, looking at Bastia's recent matches, they have had 3 victories and 3 losses, and the away side Paul have had 2 victories, 3 draws, but they've also lost 1 game in the last 6 matches that they have so far. And on home and away basis, you can see that Bastia, the home side, have seen 5 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also been able to achieve 4 draws and 1 loss. And away side, Pau have been able to manage 3 victories and 2 draws, but have lost 5 times in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. And when you put all that together, also the fact that the last time the both teams met, they had a 1-0 draw. Prior to that, we saw Bastia beating this very side from away in May of last year. And in this very encounter, we expect to see home side Bastia, who has had a better home form, to either win or draw, and yet under 4.5 in this one. Home win or draw and under 4.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. And the next game that we have is in German Bundesliga, where we have Wolfsburg who will be up against Holstein. All right, Wolfsburg have seen 3 victories and 3 losses in the last 6 or 7 matches. And away side Holstein have managed to achieve 3 victories as well, and also 3 losses. And when you look at how these teams have performed on home and away basis, you can see that Wolfsburg, the home side, have actually been able to achieve 5 victories in the last 10 home matches. We saw them winning Busch and Gladbach in the last home game by 5 goals to 1. All right, they've also lost 3 matches and they've had 2 draws. But away side, Holstein have had just one win in the last 10 away games that they have so far, and they've also had 2 draws and they've lost 7 matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And looking at how they fared, on head-to-head basis, You see that the last time they met was actually in August of last year, and Wolfsburg from away defeated this very side from away on that occasion by 2-0. And we expect to see a repeat of that in this very one, and we expect Wolfsburg to win outright in this very one. So home side to win outrightly. That's so far for that very encounter. Okay, and the next game that we have for you is in Dutch Eredivisie. We'll have Heracles Almelo who will be up against Utrecht, and for the home side they've had 3 victories and 2 losses and 1 draw in the last 6 games. And the away side Utrecht have had 3 victories, 2 draws and 1 loss in the last 6 matches. Looking at how these two teams perform on home and away basis, the home side Almelo have had 3 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 losses as well as 5 draws. And away side Utrecht have seen 9 victories in the last 10 away games, and they've also had 1 draw, which was against the Ajax on that occasion. And in this very encounter, also noting the fact that for the home side, the last 10 home games that they have so far, they lose over 2.5 6 times, and the away side Utrecht have seen over 2.5 in the 9 times out of the last 10 away games that they have so far. So in this very encounter, the best value that we go for is actually an over 2.5. That's what we expect for this very game. All right, the next game, which happened to be the last for the day, is in Turkey Super League, where we have Samsunspor who will be coming up against Gaziantep. Okay, Samsunspor have actually had 2 victories and 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 recent matches. And the way side, Gaziantep have had 4 victories and 2 draws in the last 6 recent games that they have so far. Looking at how these two teams are fared on home and away basis, you can see playing from home, Samsunspor, the home side, have been able to achieve 5 victories and 2 draws, but they've also had 3 losses in the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And the away side, Gaziantep, have just won 2 games in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 6 games out of the last 10 away games that they have so far. Okay, and looking at the goal scoring, you can see that for the home side, the last 10 home matches have produced over 2.5 on 5 occasions, and for Gaziantep, the away side, in the last 10 away games, have seen over 2.5 8 times out of 10 in this very encounter. So when we look at the recent games on head-to-head basis, you can see that it's actually Samsunspor who won the last meeting by defeating this side from away by 1-0. But this time around, the Samsunspor is playing from home, and in this very encounter, we will actually go for goals verdict, and we expect to see yet another 2.5 in this very one. The minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter. That's our verdict for that very game, and that concludes our predictions for you today of Betcraft. It's another beautiful day. I wish you the very best of luck. I hope your ticket goes great. And also remember to play responsibly. These are football matches. It may not be exactly what it seems all the time, and that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we'll definitely come up with our predictions right on this very channel. But until that time, keep winning.